Welcome back to Deep Science Sleep, where we explore the wonders of our world in the most soothing way possible. Tonight, we're embarking on an intimate journey through the landscape you know better than any other, yet perhaps understand least of all, your own body. As you settle into your pillow and feel the weight of the day beginning to lift, we're going to explore the quiet miracles happening inside you right now, in this very moment. Your body is performing thousands of intricate processes, each one a small masterpiece of biological engineering, all working in harmony to keep you alive, healthy, and peaceful. There's something profoundly calming about understanding the elegant systems that sustain us, about recognizing that even as we release conscious control and drift towards sleep, our bodies continue their devoted work. So adjust your blankets, find that perfect position, and let's begin this gentle exploration of the most relaxing facts about the human body. By the time we're done, you'll have a deeper appreciation for the remarkable vessel you inhabit, and hopefully, you'll be drifting peacefully into dreams, the symphony of your sleeping brain. Let's begin where all consciousness begins and ends, your brain. Right now, as you lie there reading or listening to these words, your brain is preparing for one of its most important tasks of the day. The shift from wakefulness to sleep isn't like flipping a light switch. It's more like watching the sun set over the ocean, a gradual transition filled with subtle changes in color and light. Your brain moves through distinct stages of consciousness, each one characterized by different patterns of electrical activity that scientists can measure using electroencephalography. When you're fully awake and alert, your brain produces beta waves, which oscillate at a frequency of about 13 to 30 cycles per second. These are the fast, choppy waves of active thinking, problem-solving, and engagement with the world. But as you begin to relax, perhaps as you're doing right now, your brain starts producing more alpha waves, which cycle at 8 to 12 times per second. These are the waves of calm wakefulness, the state you might experience during meditation or while daydreaming. There's something beautifully poetic about this transition. Your billions of neurons, each one a tiny electrical generator, begin to synchronize their firing patterns, creating these rhythmic waves that wash through your cerebral cortex like gentle ocean swells. As you drift further towards sleep, your brain enters what scientists call stage 1 of non-rapid eye movement sleep. This is the lightest stage of sleep, lasting only a few minutes. Your brain now produces theta waves, oscillating at 4 to 7 cycles per second. These slower waves mark the beginning of actual sleep, though you might still feel somewhat aware of your surroundings. You might experience sudden muscle jerks called hypnic jerks or hypnagogic jerks, those strange sensations of falling that sometimes startle you awake. These are completely normal and harmless. They happen because as your brain's motor control centers begin to relax, they sometimes send out random signals that cause your muscles to contract suddenly. It's like your nervous system is testing the waters, making sure everything still works before fully letting go. Then you descend into stage 2 sleep, where you'll spend about half of your total sleep time. Your theta waves continue, but now they're punctuated by 2 distinctive patterns: sleep spindles and K-complexes. Sleep spindles are sudden bursts of rapid brain activity, lasting just a second or two, that appear like little explosions of neural firing on an electroencephalogram. Scientists believe these spindles play a crucial role in memory consolidation, helping to transfer information from your hippocampus, which serves as a temporary storage area, to your neocortex for long-term storage, Imagine your brain as a librarian working the night shift, carefully cataloging the day's experiences and filing them away in the appropriate sections of your mental library. K-complexes are even more fascinating. These are sharp, high-amplitude waves that scientists think might serve as a kind of sleep protection mechanism. When a sound or sensation threatens to wake you, your brain produces a K-complex, which might help you incorporate that external stimulus into a dream or simply dismiss it as unimportant, allowing you to stay asleep. Your brain is actively protecting your rest, standing guard at the gates of consciousness to ensure you get the restoration you need. After about 20 minutes in stage 2, you enter stage 3, the deepest form of non-REM sleep. This is when your brain produces delta waves, the slowest brain waves of all, cycling at just 1 to 4 times per second. These are the long, rolling waves of deep unconsciousness, and this stage is sometimes called slow wave sleep. Delta sleep is profoundly restorative. During this stage, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone, which stimulates tissue repair and muscle growth. Your immune system becomes more active, producing cytokines that help fight infection and inflammation. Your body is literally rebuilding itself, repairing the microscopic damage accumulated during the day's activities. But perhaps the most remarkable discovery about deep sleep involves something called the glymphatic system. This system, identified only in 2012, is a waste clearance system that operates primarily during sleep. Throughout the day, as your brain cells work to keep you thinking, moving, and experiencing life, they produce metabolic waste products. One of these waste products is beta amyloid, a protein fragment that, when it accumulates, is associated with Alzheimer's disease. During waking hours, these waste products build up in the spaces between your brain cells. But during deep sleep, something extraordinary happens. The cells of your brain, called glial cells, actually shrink by about 60%. This dramatic shrinkage increases the space between cells by about 60% as well, creating wider channels for cerebrospinal fluid to flow through. This fluid, which surrounds and cushions your brain, now washes through your brain tissue like a gentle tide, carrying away the accumulated waste products. It's as if your brain has a cleaning crew that only works the night shift, waiting until you're asleep to sweep and mop the floors of your consciousness. The waste is then carried away to be processed by your liver and eventually eliminated from your body. This discovery helps explain why chronic sleep deprivation is so devastating to brain health. Without adequate deep sleep, these waste products accumulate, potentially contributing to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. But right now, as you rest, your glymphatic system is working perfectly, keeping your brain clean and healthy, ensuring that you'll wake tomorrow with a clear, refreshed mind. After cycling through these non-REM stages, which takes about 90 minutes, you enter the most psychologically mysterious stage of sleep: rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep. During REM sleep, your brain becomes almost as active as it is when you're awake. Your eyes move rapidly beneath your closed lids, tracking the imagery of your dreams. Your heart rate and breathing become irregular, and most of the voluntary muscles in your body become temporarily paralyzed, a phenomenon called REM atonia. This paralysis is a protective mechanism. Without it, you would physically act out your dreams, which could be dangerous. People with a disorder called REM behavior disorder lack this paralysis and do act out their dreams, sometimes injuring themselves or their sleep partners. REM sleep is when most vivid dreaming occurs, and while scientists are still unraveling the full purpose of dreams, We know that REM sleep is crucial for emotional regulation, memory consolidation, and creativity. During REM sleep, your brain is processing emotions and experiences, helping you make sense of complex feelings and events. Studies have shown that people who are deprived of REM sleep struggle more with emotional regulation and are more likely to remember negative memories while forgetting positive ones. Your dreams, strange and surreal as they may be, are part of your brain's way of maintaining your mental health. Throughout the night, you'll cycle through these stages 4 to 6 times, with each cycle lasting about 90 to 110 minutes. As the night progresses, you spend less time in deep sleep and more time in REM sleep. This is why you're more likely to remember dreams from the early morning hours. Your final REM period of the night might last up to an hour, a long stretch of vivid dreaming that prepares you for waking consciousness. What's particularly soothing to understand is that your brain knows exactly what to do. You don't need to consciously control or manage these sleep stages. Your brain has been perfecting this process for as long as humans have existed, guided by deep evolutionary wisdom. The hypothalamus, a small region at the base of your brain about the size of an almond, contains clusters of nerve cells that act as your body's sleep control center. These cells respond to light signals from your eyes and coordinate the production of sleep-inducing chemicals. Your brain's pineal gland, a tiny pine cone-shaped structure, releases melatonin when it gets dark, making you feel sleepy. This entire system operates automatically, a testament to the elegant self-regulation built into your biology. As you rest tonight, your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do over millions of years. Every neuron firing in harmony, every wave of electrical activity washing through your consciousness like gentle rhythm, every chemical messenger finding its receptor like a key fitting into a lock. This is your brain at peace, working in the darkness to ensure that you wake refreshed, restored, and ready for another day of experience. There's nothing you need to do but let it happen. Let the waves carry you deeper into rest, trusting in the ancient wisdom of your own neurology. Your heart's gentle rhythm. As we journey downward from your brain, we encounter the steady, faithful companion that has been with you since before you were born, your heart. Right now, this remarkable muscle, no larger than your closed fist, is beating somewhere between 50 and 70 times per minute as you rest. Each beat is a small miracle of coordination, involving electrical signals, mechanical contractions, and the flow of blood through an intricate network of chambers and valves. Your heart began beating when you were just an embryo, about 3 weeks after conception, long before you had a brain capable of conscious thought or lungs to breathe air. It has beaten approximately 3 billion times in an average lifetime, pumping roughly 200 million liters of blood through your body without ever stopping for rest, without ever taking a break, without ever requiring conscious direction from you. This constancy is almost unfathomable when you really consider it. Your heart is the ultimate marathon runner, pacing itself perfectly for a journey that lasts decades. During sleep, your heart rate decreases by about 10 to 30 beats per minute compared to your resting waking rate. This decrease is mediated by your parasympathetic nervous system, specifically through the vagus nerve, which acts like a gentle brake on your heart rate. The vagus nerve releases a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which binds to receptors on your heart cells and causes them to slow their firing rate. This slowing allows your heart to rest and recover from the demands of the day. What's particularly fascinating is something called heart rate variability, or HRV. This is the variation in the time interval between consecutive heartbeats, and it's actually a sign of cardiac health. A healthy heart doesn't beat with the regularity of a metronome. Instead, there's a natural variation in the rhythm, with the time between beats changing slightly from moment to moment. High heart rate variability indicates that your autonomic nervous system is flexible and responsive, able to shift smoothly between sympathetic activation, which speeds things up, and parasympathetic activation, which slows things down. During sleep, especially during deep sleep, your heart rate variability typically increases. This happens because your parasympathetic nervous system becomes dominant, and your heart is no longer responding to external demands and stressors. Your heart rhythm becomes coupled with your breathing rhythm in a phenomenon called respiratory sinus arrhythmia. Your heart rate speeds up slightly when you inhale and slows down when you exhale. This coupling is mediated by the vagus nerve and represents an elegant coordination between your cardiovascular and respiratory systems. It's as if your heart and lungs are dancing together in the darkness, their rhythms intertwining in a pattern as old as life itself. Your blood pressure also decreases during sleep, typically dropping by 10 to 20%. This nighttime dipping is crucial for cardiovascular health. People who don't experience this normal blood pressure drop during sleep, called non-dippers, have a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. The decrease in blood pressure gives your heart and blood vessels a chance to rest and repair. The endothelial cells that line your blood vessels, which must constantly withstand the pressure of blood flow, use this time to perform maintenance and repair damage. The electrical system of your heart is equally remarkable. Your heart has its own internal pacemaker, a cluster of specialized cells called the sinoatrial node, located in the right atrium. These cells spontaneously generate electrical impulses about 60 to 100 times per minute when you're awake, and slower during sleep. These electrical impulses spread through your heart in a carefully choreographed sequence, causing your atria to contract first, pushing blood into your ventricles, and then causing your ventricles to contract, pushing blood out to your lungs and body. This electrical system operates independently of your brain. Even if your heart were removed from your body and placed in a solution with the right nutrients and electrolytes, it would continue beating on its own. Your heart is essentially autonomous, carrying within itself the spark of its own animation. Yet it also listens to signals from your nervous system and hormones, adjusting its rate and force of contraction to meet your body's changing needs. During sleep, with minimal physical demands and reduced stress hormones, your heart settles into its easiest, most efficient rhythm. Throughout the night, your heart pumps blood through approximately 100,000 kilometers of blood vessels, a network so extensive that it could circle the Earth twice and still have length to spare. This vast network reaches every cell in your body, delivering oxygen and nutrients while carrying away carbon dioxide and waste products. The smallest blood vessels, called capillaries, are so narrow that red blood cells must pass through them in single file. Yet your heart generates enough pressure to push blood through this entire system and back again in less than a minute. During deep sleep, blood flow to your muscles decreases while blood flow to your internal organs and especially to your brain increases. Your body is redistributing resources, prioritizing the organs that need to do restorative work during the night. Your kidneys receive about 20% of your cardiac output, working throughout the night to filter your blood and regulate fluid balance. Your liver receives blood from two sources, the hepatic artery and the hepatic portal vein, which carries nutrient-rich blood from your digestive system. Throughout the night, Your liver processes these nutrients, produces proteins, and detoxifies various substances. There's something profoundly comforting about the reliability of your heart. It asks nothing of you. It requires no conscious attention, no deliberate control. Before you knew anything about the world, before you had language or memory or self-awareness, your heart was beating. And it will continue beating, steady and true, until the very end of your life. In moments of stress and anxiety, you can place your hand over your heart and feel this ancient rhythm, this drumbeat of life that connects you to every living creature that has ever had a cardiovascular system. Right now, as you rest, your heart is taking care of you, working in the darkness with perfect reliability, asking nothing in return but the chance to keep going, to keep beating, to keep sustaining the miracle of your existence. The quiet miracle of breathing. As your heart beats in your chest, another rhythm accompanies it. The gentle rise and fall of your breathing. Right now, without thinking about it, you're breathing about 12 to 20 times per minute, though this rate can vary considerably depending on your sleep stage and individual physiology. Each breath brings approximately half a liter of air into your lungs, though this volume increases during deeper breaths and decreases during shallow ones. Breathing during sleep is controlled almost entirely by your autonomic nervous system, specifically by respiratory centers in your brainstem. The primary respiratory center is located in the medulla oblongata, that ancient part of your brain that sits at the base of your skull, where your brain meets your spinal cord. This region monitors the levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen in your blood and adjusts your breathing rate accordingly. When carbon dioxide levels rise, specialized chemoreceptors detect this change and signal your respiratory centers to increase your breathing rate. When levels normalize, your breathing slows again. This automatic control is essential because during sleep, particularly during REM sleep, the voluntary pathways that allow you to consciously control your breathing become suppressed. You cannot hold your breath during REM sleep even if you're dreaming about swimming underwater. Your automatic systems take over completely, ensuring that breathing continues regardless of what's happening in your dream world. During different sleep stages, your breathing pattern changes in characteristic ways. In deep, slow-wave sleep, your breathing becomes very regular and stable, with consistent intervals between breaths. This regularity reflects the dominance of your parasympathetic nervous system and the absence of external stimuli that might perturb your breathing. There's something almost meditative about this pattern. A perfect rhythm that requires no conscious effort or attention. In REM sleep, by contrast, your breathing becomes irregular and variable, sometimes rapid and shallow, sometimes deeper. This variability occurs because during REM sleep, your autonomic nervous system fluctuates, and your breathing is influenced by the emotional content of your dreams. If you're dreaming about running, your breathing might quicken. If you're dreaming about something frightening, your breathing might become rapid and shallow. Yet even in this variability, your body maintains adequate gas exchange, ensuring that your cells receive oxygen and eliminate carbon dioxide. The process of gas exchange in your lungs is a masterpiece of biological engineering. When air enters your lungs, it travels through progressively smaller airways, the trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and finally into approximately 300 million tiny air sacs called alveoli. Each alveolus is surrounded by a dense network of capillaries, blood vessels so small that they're barely wider than a single red blood cell. The walls of the alveoli and the walls of these capillaries are incredibly thin, together measuring less than 1 micrometer thick. This thinness allows oxygen to diffuse from the air in your alveoli into your blood, while carbon dioxide diffuses in the opposite direction, from your blood into the air to be exhaled. This diffusion happens passively, driven simply by differences in concentration. Oxygen molecules are more concentrated in the air in your alveoli than in your blood, so they naturally move into your blood. Carbon dioxide molecules are more concentrated in your blood than in the air in your alveoli, so they naturally move out of your blood. No energy is required for this process. It's the natural flow of molecules from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration, like perfume spreading through a room or food coloring dispersing in water. The surface area available for this gas exchange in your lungs is enormous. If you could flatten out all your alveoli and spread them out, they would cover an area about the size of a tennis court, approximately 70 square meters. This vast surface area is packed into the space of your chest, folded and compressed into an efficient compact form. Evolution has optimized your lungs for maximum efficiency in minimum space. Once oxygen enters your blood, it binds to hemoglobin molecules inside your red blood cells. Each hemoglobin molecule can carry 4 oxygen molecules, and each red blood cell contains about 270 million hemoglobin molecules. This means each red blood cell can carry over 1 billion oxygen molecules. Your blood contains about 25 trillion red blood cells, and each one makes a complete circuit through your body about once per minute. The mathematics of oxygen transport in your body involves numbers so large they become almost abstract. Yet this system works with perfect reliability, ensuring that every cell in your body receives the oxygen it needs. Your cells use this oxygen in their mitochondria, the energy-producing organelles that convert nutrients into ATP, the universal energy currency of biological systems. This process, called cellular respiration, produces carbon dioxide as a waste product. The carbon dioxide dissolves in your blood, travels back to your lungs, and is exhaled. Throughout the night, this cycle continues. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, a chemical exchange repeated billions of times across trillions of cells, all happening automatically while you sleep. There's a particular meditation technique that involves simply observing your breath without trying to control it, just noticing the natural rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. This practice can be deeply calming because it connects you to the fundamental rhythm of life. Right now, even as you rest, your breath continues. You don't need to remember to breathe or worry about whether you're doing it correctly. Your body knows. Your brainstem, that ancient part of your nervous system, monitors and adjusts with perfect precision. Each breath nourishes your cells. Each exhalation releases what you no longer need. In and out, like waves on a shore, like the expansion and contraction of the universe itself, your breathing connects you to the rhythm of life that has continued unbroken since the first organisms developed the ability to extract energy from the world around them. Your skin's nighttime renewal. Let's turn our attention now to your body's largest organ, your skin. An average adult's skin covers approximately 2 square meters and accounts for about 16% of total body weight. Right now, as you lie in bed, your skin is engaged in crucial work that happens primarily during sleep. Your skin is far more than just a protective wrapper. It's a complex organ consisting of 3 main layers: the epidermis, the outer layer you can see and touch; the dermis, the deeper layer that contains most of the skin's structural components; and the hypodermis, a layer of fat and connective tissue that anchors your skin to the underlying muscles and bones. Each of these layers is home to numerous cell types, each performing specialized functions. During sleep, particularly during deep sleep, your skin cells accelerate their regenerative processes. The growth hormone released by your pituitary gland during deep sleep stimulates the production of new skin cells and the repair of damaged ones. Your skin cells have a lifespan of about 2 to 4 weeks. The cells you're shedding today first formed in the deeper layers of your epidermis about a month ago. Since birth, you've shed approximately 40 kilograms of dead skin cells, roughly equivalent to your body weight if you're an average-sized adult. The process of skin renewal begins in the basal layer of your epidermis, where stem cells continuously divide, producing new cells called keratinocytes. These cells begin their journey to the surface, gradually changing their structure and composition as they rise through the layers of your epidermis. As they approach the surface, they flatten, lose their nuclei and other organelles, and fill with tough proteins called keratins. By the time they reach the outermost layer, the stratum corneum, they're no longer living cells but dead, flattened packages of keratin bound together by lipids. These dead cells form a protective barrier that's remarkably tough and resistant to water, chemicals, and physical damage. But the stratum corneum is far more sophisticated than a simple barrier. It's a dynamic structure that regulates water loss from your body and responds to environmental conditions. When the air is dry, your skin adjusts the composition of the lipids between cells to reduce water loss. When you immerse your skin in water, those lipids prevent excessive water absorption that would otherwise cause your cells to swell and burst. The pruning of your fingertips after prolonged water exposure isn't due to water absorption, but actually represents a neurologically controlled vasoconstriction that creates temporary wrinkles, possibly an evolutionary adaptation to improve grip on wet objects. During sleep, your skin's blood flow increases, particularly during the early part of the night when you're in deep sleep. This increased blood flow brings more nutrients and oxygen to your skin cells, supporting their metabolic and regenerative activities. The production of collagen and elastin, the proteins that give your skin its strength and elasticity, peaks during sleep. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, making up about 30% of all your protein. In your skin, collagen fibers form a network that provides structural support, while elastin fibers allow your skin to stretch and return to its original shape. As you age, collagen and elastin production naturally decreases, which is why skin becomes less firm and develops wrinkles. But adequate sleep helps maintain this production. Studies have shown that people who consistently get insufficient sleep show accelerated skin aging, including more fine lines, reduced elasticity, and uneven pigmentation. Sleep deprivation also impairs your skin's ability to recover from environmental stressors like ultraviolet radiation and pollutants. Your skin also plays a crucial role in temperature regulation, which is particularly important during sleep. Your core body temperature naturally decreases during sleep, dropping by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. This decrease is actually necessary for good sleep. The drop in core temperature is facilitated by increased blood flow to your extremities, your hands and feet, which allows heat to dissipate from your body's surface. This is why some people find that wearing socks to bed helps them fall asleep faster. Warm feet increase blood flow to the extremities, which promotes heat loss from the core and triggers the temperature drop that signals it's time to sleep. Your skin contains numerous specialized structures that support this temperature regulation. About 2 to 4 million sweat glands distributed across your body can produce up to 10 liters of sweat per day under extreme conditions, though typically you produce much less. During sleep, sweat production is minimal because your metabolic rate is reduced and you're not generating much heat. However, if you become too warm during sleep, perhaps because your room is too hot or you have too many blankets, your sweat glands will activate to cool you down. The evaporation of sweat from your skin surface removes heat, helping to lower your body temperature. Your skin is also home to a vast ecosystem of microorganisms, collectively called your skin microbiome. Approximately 1 trillion bacteria, fungi, and other microbes live on your skin, with different species preferring different habitats. Oily areas like your face and scalp host different communities than dry areas like your forearms. Most of these microbes are harmless or even beneficial, helping to protect you from pathogenic organisms and supporting your immune system. During sleep, your skin microbiome remains active. Some research suggests that the microbial communities on your skin change throughout the day and night in response to factors like changes in skin pH, sebum production, and temperature. These microbes produce various substances, including antimicrobial peptides that help protect you from infection. Some also produce compounds that may influence your skin's health and even your body odor. Your relationship with these microbes is ancient and symbiotic. They benefit from the resources your body provides, and you benefit from their protective and supportive functions. Perhaps one of the most remarkable aspects of your skin is its sensory capability. Your skin contains numerous receptors that detect touch, pressure, temperature, and pain. Different receptors are specialized for different sensations. Meissner's corpuscles detect light touch and texture. Pacinian corpuscles respond to deep pressure and vibration. Merkel cells sense sustained pressure and texture, and Ruffini endings detect skin stretch. Free nerve endings detect temperature and pain. During sleep, these sensory receptors don't turn off, but the pathways that transmit sensory information to your conscious awareness are dampened. This is why you can sleep through gentle touch or minor noises but will wake if someone shakes you or if there's a loud sound. Your brain is constantly monitoring sensory input even during sleep, but it filters out information deemed non-threatening, allowing you to rest undisturbed. As you lie in bed tonight, your skin is working quietly in the darkness, regenerating itself cell by cell, maintaining its barrier function, regulating your temperature, hosting its microbial partners, and standing ready to alert you to any sensation that might require your attention. Each square centimeter of your skin contains approximately 6 million cells, 15,000 receptors, and 4 meters of blood vessels. Across your entire body, these numbers become astronomical, yet every part functions in harmony. Every cell knows its role. Every system coordinates perfectly with every other. Your skin is constantly dying and being reborn, a phoenix of tissue that renews itself throughout your life, asking nothing but the chance to do its work while you sleep peacefully beneath the covers. The digestive system's overnight work. Now let's journey inward to explore your digestive system, that remarkable tube that extends from your mouth to your anus, processing the food you eat and extracting the nutrients and energy your body needs to function. Even as you sleep, your digestive system continues its essential work, though in a modified pattern compared to waking hours. Your digestive tract, if stretched out, would measure about 9 meters long in an adult. But this simple tube is anything but simple in its function. It's lined with specialized cells, surrounded by layers of smooth muscle, and innervated by an extensive network of neurons that constitutes what scientists call the enteric nervous system. sometimes referred to as your second brain. This enteric nervous system contains approximately 100 million neurons, more than in your spinal cord, and it can operate independently of your brain, though it normally receives input from and sends information to your central nervous system via the vagus nerve. During sleep, the motility of your digestive tract changes in characteristic ways. Gastrointestinal motility refers to the contractions of the smooth muscles that line your digestive organs, which push food and digestive products along your digestive tract. During waking hours, these contractions follow a complex pattern that varies depending on whether you've eaten recently. After eating, your digestive tract exhibits frequent contractions that mix and propel the food through your system. During fasting periods, your digestive tract displays a cyclic pattern called the migrating motor complex, a series of contractions that sweep through your intestines about every 90 to 120 minutes, clearing out any remaining debris and bacteria. During sleep, overall gastrointestinal motility decreases, but it doesn't stop. The migrating motor complex continues, though the frequency of contractions is reduced. This decrease in motility is mediated by your autonomic nervous system and by circadian rhythms built into the enteric nervous system itself. The cells of your digestive tract have their own molecular clocks that regulate their activity in coordination with your body's overall circadian rhythm. Your stomach continues to produce acid during sleep, though at a reduced rate compared to waking hours, especially compared to the period shortly after eating. The cells that line your stomach secrete hydrochloric acid, which can have a pH as low as 1.5, strong enough to dissolve metal. This acid serves multiple purposes. It helps break down proteins, it activates digestive enzymes, and it kills most bacteria that enter your digestive system. To protect itself from this corrosive acid, your stomach lining is coated with a layer of mucus produced by specialized cells. This mucus barrier is about 1 millimeter thick and is constantly being degraded by acid and renewed by mucus-secreting cells. During sleep, the production of this protective mucus continues, ensuring that your stomach lining remains protected even as you rest. Disruption of this balance between acid production and mucus protection can lead to conditions like gastric ulcers. Interestingly, the circadian timing of acid production may be one reason why symptoms of acid reflux often worsen at night for some people. When you lie flat, gravity no longer helps keep stomach acid in your stomach, and if the valve between your esophagus and stomach doesn't close properly, acid can flow backward into your esophagus, causing the burning sensation of heartburn. Your small intestine, which measures about 6 to 7 meters long, continues its work during sleep as well. This is where most nutrient absorption occurs. The lining of your small intestine is remarkably specialized for absorption. It's folded into numerous finger-like projections called villi, and each villus is covered with even smaller projections called microvilli. These structures increase the absorptive surface area of your small intestine to approximately 200 to 400 square meters, roughly the size of a tennis court or larger, all packed into the confined space of your abdomen. The cells that line your intestinal villi are called enterocytes, and they have a remarkably short lifespan. Each enterocyte lives for only 3 to 5 days before dying and being shed into the intestinal lumen, to be replaced by new cells that migrate up from the base of each villus. This means your entire intestinal lining is completely renewed every 3 to 5 days. Over the course of a year, you grow about 7 square kilometers of new intestinal lining. This rapid turnover requires a substantial investment of energy and nutrients, which is part of why your digestive system is such a metabolically active tissue. During sleep, this cell renewal continues, possibly even accelerated by the hormones released during deep sleep. Growth hormone, released in pulses during the deeper stages of non-REM sleep, stimulates cell division throughout your body, including in your intestinal lining. Your large intestine, or colon, which measures about 1.5 meters long, continues to process the remaining material that wasn't absorbed in your small intestine. Throughout the night, bacteria in your colon ferment fiber and other undigested carbohydrates, producing short-chain fatty acids that serve as an energy source for your colonic cells and have various beneficial effects throughout your body. These beneficial bacteria, numbering in the trillions, constitute a substantial portion of your gut microbiome. Your gut microbiome is an entire ecosystem living within you, containing roughly the same number of bacterial cells as you have human cells in your body. These bacteria aren't just passive residents. They produce vitamins like vitamin K and certain B vitamins. They help regulate your immune system. They influence your mood and behavior through the gut-brain axis, and they protect you from pathogenic organisms. During sleep, the composition and activity of your gut microbiome changes in response to circadian rhythms. Recent research has shown that disruption of normal sleep patterns can alter the gut microbiome in ways that may contribute to metabolic problems and other health issues. Your liver, the largest internal organ in your body, weighing approximately 1.5 kilograms in an adult, continues its metabolic work throughout the night. The liver performs over 500 different functions, many of which are essential for life. During sleep, your liver processes nutrients absorbed from your digestive tract, storing glucose as glycogen for later use, synthesizing proteins including clotting factors and albumin, producing bile for fat digestion, and metabolizing drugs and toxins. The liver's ability to regenerate itself is remarkable. If a portion of the liver is damaged or removed, the remaining liver tissue can regenerate to restore the organ to its normal size. This regenerative capacity is unique among human organs. One of the liver's nighttime tasks involves regulating your blood sugar levels. As you sleep and fast from food, your liver breaks down stored glycogen and releases glucose into your bloodstream to maintain steady blood sugar levels. Without this continuous regulation, your blood sugar would drop to dangerously low levels during the night. Your pancreas works in coordination with your liver to maintain this glucose homeostasis, secreting the appropriate amounts of insulin and glucagon in response to blood sugar levels. Your gallbladder, a small pear-shaped organ tucked under your liver, stores and concentrates bile between meals. During sleep, when you're not eating, your gallbladder fills with bile. When you eat breakfast in the morning, your gallbladder contracts in response to hormonal signals, releasing bile into your small intestine to help digest fats. This cyclic filling and emptying is part of the daily rhythm of your digestive system. As you rest tonight, your entire digestive system is engaged in quiet, essential work. From your stomach continuing to produce its protective mucus layer, to your small intestine renewing its cellular lining, to your colon hosting its microbial partners, to your liver processing and storing and synthesizing, every part of this long, complex system knows its role and performs it without need for conscious oversight. The food you ate hours ago is still being processed, its nutrients extracted and distributed, its waste products prepared for elimination. Your body asks nothing of you but rest, and in return, it sustains you through the night. Your immune system's silent protection. While you sleep peacefully, One of your body's most sophisticated systems works overtime, your immune system. This vast network of cells, tissues, and organs is constantly monitoring your body for threats, distinguishing between your own cells and potentially harmful invaders, and mounting coordinated responses to protect you from infection and disease. During sleep, particularly during deep sleep, your immune system's activity actually increases, which is one reason why adequate sleep is so crucial for fighting off illness. Your immune system can be divided into two main components: the innate immune system, which provides immediate but nonspecific defense against pathogens, and the adaptive immune system, which provides targeted, specific responses and creates immunological memory. Both systems are influenced by sleep, and both become more active during your hours of rest. Let's start with the innate immune system. This includes physical barriers like your skin and the mucous membranes lining your respiratory and digestive tracts, as well as various cells that patrol your body looking for signs of infection. Among these cells are neutrophils, the most abundant type of white blood cell in your body. Neutrophils are the first responders of your immune system. When tissue is damaged or infected, neutrophils rush to the site, engulfing and destroying bacteria and other pathogens. Your bone marrow produces approximately 100 billion new neutrophils every day, and these cells have a lifespan of only about 5 to 90 hours in your bloodstream before they're cleared away and replaced. During sleep, the production and activity of these innate immune cells follows circadian rhythms. Studies have shown that the numbers of certain immune cells in your bloodstream peak at different times of day, and that sleep deprivation disrupts these rhythms. When you're well rested, your innate immune system functions with optimal efficiency, quickly detecting and responding to potential threats. Your adaptive immune system, which includes B cells and T cells, also shows enhanced activity during sleep. B cells are responsible for producing antibodies, those Y-shaped proteins that bind to specific pathogens and mark them for destruction. Each B cell produces antibodies specific to one particular target, and your body can generate B cells capable of recognizing virtually any pathogen you might encounter. When a B cell encounters its specific target, it becomes activated and begins dividing rapidly, producing plasma cells that churn out vast quantities of antibodies. Some of these activated B cells become memory cells, long-lived cells that remain in your body for years or even decades, ready to mount a rapid response if you encounter the same pathogen again. This is the basis of immunological memory and why vaccination works. T cells are equally remarkable. These cells mature in your thymus, a small organ located behind your breastbone. There are several types of T cells, each with specialized functions. Cytotoxic T cells directly kill infected cells. Helper T cells coordinate immune responses by releasing chemical signals called cytokines that activate other immune cells. Regulatory T cells help prevent autoimmune reactions by suppressing immune responses that might target your own tissues. Like B cells, T cells can form memory cells that persist for years, maintaining immunity to diseases you've encountered before. During sleep, particularly during deep slow-wave sleep, the formation of immunological memory is enhanced. Research has shown that people who sleep well after receiving a vaccination develop stronger and longer-lasting immune responses compared to people who are sleep-deprived. The mechanism involves the release of specific hormones during sleep, including growth hormone and prolactin, which enhance the interaction between antigen-presenting cells and T cells, facilitating the formation of memory T cells. Cytokines, the chemical messengers of the immune system, also show circadian patterns of production that are strongly influenced by sleep. Some cytokines, particularly those involved in promoting inflammation like interleukin-1 and interleukin-6, peak during sleep. While inflammation might sound negative, acute inflammation is actually a crucial part of the immune response, helping to isolate infected tissue and recruit immune cells to sites of infection. The increased production of these pro-inflammatory cytokines during sleep may be one reason why you often feel worse at night when you're sick. Your body is ramping up its inflammatory response to fight the infection. Interestingly, these same pro-inflammatory cytokines also promote sleep. They act on your brain to increase sleepiness and promote deeper sleep. This creates a feedback loop. Infection triggers cytokine production, cytokines promote sleep, and sleep enhances immune function to fight the infection. This is why when you're sick, you feel an overwhelming urge to sleep, and why resting is one of the best things you can do to recover. Your thymus, where T cells mature, is most active during childhood and gradually shrinks as you age. However, it continues to function throughout your life, producing new T cells to replace those that are lost. During sleep, thymic activity increases, supporting the production and maturation of T cells. This nocturnal boost in thymic function is one reason why children, who have very active thymuses, need more sleep than adults. Your bone marrow, the soft tissue inside your bones, is the birthplace of all your blood cells, including red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Throughout the night, your bone marrow continues its vital work of hematopoiesis, producing approximately 200 billion red blood cells, 100 billion white blood cells, and 400 billion platelets every day. This remarkable production requires substantial resources and energy, which is part of why adequate nutrition and rest are so important for immune health. Your lymphatic system, a network of vessels that parallels your circulatory system, plays a crucial role in immune function. Lymph fluid, which is essentially fluid that has leaked out of your blood vessels into the spaces between cells, is collected by lymphatic vessels and filtered through lymph nodes before being returned to your bloodstream. Lymph nodes contain high concentrations of immune cells and serve as meeting places where immune cells encounter and respond to pathogens. You have about 600 lymph nodes distributed throughout your body, with clusters in your neck, armpits, and groin. Unlike your circulatory system, which has the heart to pump blood, your lymphatic system has no central pump. Lymph fluid moves through lymphatic vessels primarily due to the contraction of surrounding muscles and the pulsation of nearby arteries. During sleep, when you're relatively still, lymphatic flow slows somewhat, but it doesn't stop. Your breathing continues to create pressure changes in your chest that help move lymph, and you shift position during the night, which also assists lymphatic circulation. Your spleen, located in the upper left part of your abdomen, also works throughout the night. This fist-sized organ filters your blood, removing old or damaged red blood cells and recycling their components. It also serves as a reservoir for blood and immune cells. The spleen contains large numbers of B cells and T cells and is an important site for mounting immune responses to blood-borne pathogens. During sleep, the spleen's filtration and immune functions continue unabated. Perhaps most fascinating is the relationship between your immune system and your circadian rhythm. Many immune cells have their own internal clocks, molecular mechanisms that track the time of day and adjust cellular function accordingly. These cellular clocks are synchronized with your body's master clock in the hypothalamus, but they can also function independently. This means your immune cells know what time it is and adjust their activity accordingly. During sleep, when you're less likely to encounter new pathogens, your immune system shifts its focus toward maintaining and repairing existing defenses rather than vigilantly watching for new threats. The interaction between sleep and immunity is bidirectional. Not only does sleep enhance immune function, but immune activation also affects sleep. When you're fighting an infection, cytokines produced by your immune system act on your brain to increase slow-wave sleep. This enhanced deep sleep, in turn, boosts immune function, creating a positive feedback loop that helps you fight off the infection more effectively. Chronic sleep deprivation has profound negative effects on immunity. Studies have shown that people who consistently sleep less than 7 hours per night are more susceptible to viral infections like the common cold. Sleep deprivation reduces the production of cytokines, impairs the function of T cells and natural killer cells, and decreases antibody production in response to vaccination. Over time, chronic sleep loss can contribute to chronic low-grade inflammation, which is associated with numerous health problems including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative disorders. As you rest tonight, your immune system is working diligently in the darkness, producing new cells, patrolling for threats, maintaining its memory banks of past encounters with pathogens, and repairing and strengthening its defenses. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, is supported by this invisible army of cells that asks nothing but adequate rest to perform its essential work. You are protected, guarded, defended by biological systems refined over millions of years of evolution. All you need to do is sleep, and your immune system will do the rest. Muscles, bones, and facial networks. Now let's turn our attention to your musculoskeletal system, the framework that supports your body, enables movement, and protects your vital organs. Even in the stillness of sleep, when your muscles are relaxed and you're lying motionless, this system is engaged in essential maintenance and repair processes that prepare your body for another day of activity. Your body contains approximately 640 skeletal muscles, ranging from the massive gluteus maximus in your buttocks to the tiny stapedius muscle in your middle ear, which is less than 2 millimeters long. Together, these muscles account for about 40% of your body weight in men and about 35% in women. Each muscle is composed of thousands of muscle fibers, specialized cells capable of contraction. These fibers are organized into bundles wrapped in connective tissue, and the entire muscle is enclosed in a sheath of fascia. During sleep, particularly during deep slow-wave sleep, your pituitary gland releases pulses of growth hormone. This hormone has wide-ranging effects throughout your body, but one of its primary targets is skeletal muscle. Growth hormone stimulates protein synthesis in muscle cells, promoting the repair of microscopic damage accumulated during the day's activities and supporting muscle growth. This is why athletes and people engaged in resistance training place such emphasis on getting adequate sleep. Without sufficient sleep and the growth hormone it brings, muscles cannot repair and strengthen effectively. Even as your muscles rest, they're not completely inactive. Throughout the night, you shift position approximately 40 to 60 times. These movements prevent pressure sores from developing and ensure adequate blood flow to all parts of your body. During REM sleep, most of your voluntary muscles experience temporary paralysis, a protective mechanism that prevents you from acting out your dreams. However, your respiratory muscles, the muscles that control your breathing, remain active throughout all stages of sleep, as do your cardiac muscle and the smooth muscles of your internal organs. Your bones, which might seem like static, inert structures, are actually dynamic living tissues that continuously remodel themselves throughout your life. This process of bone remodeling involves two types of specialized cells: osteoclasts, which break down old bone tissue, and osteoblasts, which build new bone tissue. The balance between these two processes determines whether your bone mass increases, stays stable, or decreases. Bone remodeling follows a circadian rhythm, with different processes predominating at different times of day. Bone resorption, the breakdown of bone tissue by osteoclasts, peaks during the night. Bone formation by osteoblasts occurs throughout the day but is particularly active during sleep when growth hormone levels are elevated. This might seem counterintuitive that bone breakdown peaks during sleep, but it's part of the normal remodeling cycle. Old bone tissue is removed, and new bone tissue is laid down in its place, maintaining bone strength and allowing bones to adapt to mechanical stresses. Your skeleton contains approximately 206 bones in adulthood, though this number is higher at birth before some bones fuse together. These bones serve multiple functions beyond structural support. They protect vital organs, your skull protects your brain, your ribcage protects your heart and lungs, your vertebrae protect your spinal cord. They serve as anchors for muscles, providing the leverage necessary for movement. They store minerals, particularly calcium and phosphorus, releasing them into your bloodstream when needed. And within the cavities of certain bones, your bone marrow produces all your blood cells. During sleep, your bones are not bearing the weight of your body, which provides a period of relative mechanical unloading. This might seem like it would be bad for bones, since bones respond to mechanical stress by becoming stronger. However, the periodic unloading during sleep is actually important for bone health. It allows for fluid shifts within the bone tissue, facilitates the removal of waste products, and provides an opportunity for remodeling processes to occur without the confounding factor of mechanical load. The process of bone remodeling is influenced by numerous factors, including hormones, nutrition, and mechanical stress. Growth hormone, released during deep sleep, stimulates bone formation. Parathyroid hormone, which regulates calcium levels in your blood, shows circadian variation with levels rising during the night. This hormone stimulates osteoclast activity, contributing to the nighttime peak in bone resorption. Calcitonin, another hormone involved in calcium regulation, shows the opposite pattern, with levels decreasing at night. Now let's explore fascia, a type of connective tissue that has received increasing attention in recent years. Fascia is a three-dimensional web of connective tissue that extends throughout your entire body, wrapping around and connecting every muscle, organ, bone, and nerve fiber. It's continuous from head to toe, forming a body-wide structural network. Fascia is composed primarily of collagen fibers embedded in a gel-like ground substance containing water, proteins, and other molecules. Fascia serves multiple functions. It provides structural support, transmits mechanical forces throughout the body, helps maintain proper organ position, facilitates gliding between adjacent structures, and plays a role in proprioception, your sense of your body's position in space. Fascia also contains blood vessels and nerve endings, making it metabolically active and sensory tissue. During sleep, fascia undergoes important changes. The ground substance of fascia, which has gel-like properties, becomes more hydrated during periods of inactivity. When you first wake up in the morning, you might notice that you're a bit stiff and that it takes a few minutes of movement to feel loose and flexible. This stiffness is partially due to changes in facial tissue during sleep. As you move throughout the day, the mechanical stress on your fascia causes it to release water and become more fluid and pliable. During sleep, without this mechanical stimulation, the ground substance becomes more gel-like. Morning movement helps to restore the more fluid state. This daily cycle of hydration and dehydration in facial tissue may be important for tissue health. The nighttime increase in hydration may facilitate the delivery of nutrients to cells within the fascia and the removal of metabolic waste products. Some researchers have proposed that dysfunction in this hydration cycle might contribute to chronic pain conditions, though this is still an area of active research. Your joints, the points where bones meet and articulate, also undergo maintenance during sleep. Most joints are synovial joints, meaning they contain a space filled with synovial fluid. This fluid, produced by the synovial membrane lining the joint capsule, lubricates the joint surfaces and provides nutrients to the cartilage covering the ends of bones. Cartilage lacks its own blood supply, so it depends on the diffusion of nutrients from synovial fluid. During periods of inactivity like sleep, the distribution of synovial fluid within the joint changes. When you're not moving, fluid can accumulate in certain areas of the joint, which is why joints sometimes feel stiff in the morning. However, this period of relative rest is also important for cartilage health. Without the constant mechanical loading that occurs during waking hours, cartilage can recover from the compressive forces of the day, allowing fluid to flow back into the cartilage matrix and supporting its maintenance and repair. Your tendons, the strong connective tissue structures that connect muscles to bones, also undergo repair during sleep. Like muscles, tendons can suffer microscopic damage during activities, particularly repetitive activities or those involving high forces. During sleep, growth hormone and other factors support the synthesis of new collagen in tendons, maintaining their strength and integrity. This repair process is crucial for athletes and anyone engaged in regular physical activity. The entire musculoskeletal system is remarkably integrated. Your bones provide the framework, your muscles provide the motive force, your tendons transmit that force to bones, your fascia connects and coordinates everything, and your joints allow for controlled movement. During sleep, every component of this system is engaged in maintenance, repair, and preparation for the next period of activity. Damaged muscle fibers are repaired, new muscle proteins are synthesized, old bone tissue is removed and replaced with new bone, facial tissue is hydrated and maintained, joint cartilage recovers from compressive loading, and tendons are strengthened. All of this happens automatically, guided by hormonal signals, circadian rhythms, and local cellular processes, requiring nothing from you but rest. The endocrine system's orchestration. Your endocrine system, the network of glands that produces and secretes hormones, might be the most profoundly influenced by sleep of all your body systems. Hormones are chemical messengers that travel through your bloodstream to affect cells and organs throughout your body. They regulate metabolism, growth, reproduction, mood, and nearly every other physiological process. Many hormones show strong circadian rhythms, and their production is tightly coupled to the sleep-wake cycle. Let's begin with melatonin, often called the hormone of darkness. Melatonin is produced by your pineal gland, a small endocrine gland located deep in your brain. The pineal gland is sometimes called the third eye because it responds to light information transmitted from your eyes via a multi-step neural pathway. When light levels decrease in the evening, your pineal gland begins producing and secreting melatonin. Levels rise throughout the evening, peak in the middle of the night around 2 to 4 in the morning, and then decrease toward morning as light levels increase. Melatonin doesn't actually cause sleep directly, which is sometimes misunderstood. Instead, it signals to your body that it's nighttime, helping to regulate the timing of sleep. It promotes the physiological changes that facilitate sleep onset, including a decrease in core body temperature and a shift toward parasympathetic nervous system dominance. Melatonin also has antioxidant properties and plays roles in immune function that go beyond its effects on sleep timing. The production of melatonin is exquisitely sensitive to light. Even relatively dim artificial light at night can suppress melatonin production, which is why exposure to bright screens before bedtime can interfere with sleep. Conversely, exposure to bright light in the morning helps to reset your circadian rhythm, ensuring that melatonin production begins at the appropriate time in the evening. Growth hormone, which we've mentioned several times already, shows one of the most dramatic circadian patterns of any hormone. In adults, growth hormone secretion occurs primarily during deep slow-wave sleep, with a major pulse typically occurring within the first few hours after sleep onset. This hormone, produced by your pituitary gland located at the base of your brain, has effects throughout your entire body. Despite its name, growth hormone isn't just important for growth in children. In adults, it plays crucial roles in protein synthesis, fat metabolism, glucose regulation, and tissue repair. The release of growth hormone during sleep is triggered by growth hormone-releasing hormone from your hypothalamus, and it's inhibited by somatostatin, another hypothalamic hormone. The balance between these signals creates the pulsatile pattern of growth hormone secretion. Sleep deprivation dramatically reduces growth hormone secretion, which can impair tissue repair and maintenance. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, shows a circadian pattern that is opposite to melatonin. Cortisol is produced by your adrenal glands, small pyramid-shaped glands that sit atop your kidneys. Cortisol levels are lowest during the early part of the night, then begin to rise in the early morning hours, usually starting around 3 or 4 in the morning. They peak shortly after waking, typically within 30 to 45 minutes of getting up, and then gradually decline throughout the day. This pattern of cortisol secretion serves important functions. The early morning rise in cortisol helps to prepare your body for waking and the demands of the day. Cortisol increases blood glucose levels, enhances the responsiveness of your cardiovascular system, and has anti-inflammatory effects. The low levels during early sleep are important for allowing deep sleep to occur and for facilitating the release of growth hormone, which is inhibited by high cortisol levels. However, disrupted sleep patterns can alter cortisol rhythms. Chronic sleep deprivation and conditions like insomnia are associated with elevated evening cortisol levels, which can interfere with sleep initiation and maintenance, creating a vicious cycle. High nighttime cortisol can also contribute to metabolic problems and impaired immune function. Thyroid hormones, produced by your thyroid gland in your neck, regulate metabolism throughout your body. Thyroid-stimulating hormone, which is produced by your pituitary gland and stimulates the thyroid to produce thyroid hormones, shows a circadian rhythm with levels peaking during sleep. This nocturnal surge in TSH helps to maintain appropriate thyroid hormone levels. Sleep deprivation can disrupt this rhythm and has been associated with alterations in thyroid function. The hormones involved in glucose regulation also show strong circadian patterns. Insulin, produced by beta cells in your pancreas, helps cells take up glucose from your bloodstream. Insulin sensitivity, the responsiveness of your cells to insulin, shows circadian variation and is influenced by sleep. During sleep, particularly during slow-wave sleep, insulin sensitivity is relatively high, meaning your cells respond well to insulin. However, during REM sleep and upon waking, insulin sensitivity decreases. This pattern is part of why breakfast is often called the most important meal. Your body is most ready to efficiently process nutrients after the period of high insulin sensitivity during sleep. Leptin and ghrelin are hormones that regulate hunger and energy balance. Leptin, produced by fat cells, signals satiety and decreases appetite. Ghrelin, produced mainly in your stomach, stimulates appetite. Both hormones show circadian rhythms and are influenced by sleep. Adequate sleep is associated with higher leptin levels and lower ghrelin levels, a hormonal pattern that promotes appropriate appetite regulation. Sleep deprivation has the opposite effect, decreasing leptin and increasing ghrelin, which can lead to increased hunger and potentially contribute to weight gain. This relationship between sleep and appetite-regulating hormones might explain, at least in part, why chronic sleep deprivation is associated with obesity. When you're sleep-deprived, you not only have more waking hours during which to eat, but your hormonal profile is shifted in a way that increases hunger and decreases satiety. Additionally, sleep deprivation impairs glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity, further contributing to metabolic problems. The reproductive hormones also show circadian patterns, though these are more complex and vary between males and females and across the lifespan. In men, testosterone levels show a clear circadian rhythm, with levels peaking in the early morning and declining throughout the day. This rise in testosterone occurs during sleep, particularly during REM sleep. Sleep deprivation in men is associated with decreased testosterone levels, which can affect mood, energy, and reproductive function. In women, the relationship between sleep and reproductive hormones is more complex due to the menstrual cycle. The hormones that regulate the menstrual cycle, including follicle-stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen, and progesterone, all show circadian rhythms that interact with the monthly hormonal cycle. Sleep disruption can affect menstrual regularity, and conversely, hormonal changes across the menstrual cycle can affect sleep quality. Some women report worse sleep in the days before menstruation, which may be related to the decline in progesterone, a hormone with sleep-promoting effects. Prolactin, a hormone involved in milk production in breastfeeding women but present in everyone, shows a strong circadian rhythm with levels rising during sleep. Prolactin has been found to play roles in immune function and may contribute to the enhanced immune activity that occurs during sleep. It also appears to play a role in regulating sleep itself, particularly REM sleep. The relationship between sleep and your endocrine system is bidirectional and complex. Sleep, particularly specific stages of sleep, influences hormone secretion. But hormones also influence sleep. Melatonin promotes sleep timing. Growth hormone release occurs during deep sleep, but also may influence sleep architecture. Cortisol affects arousal and waking, and numerous other hormones interact with sleep in subtle ways that researchers are still working to fully understand. Disruption of this intricate hormonal orchestration, whether due to sleep disorders, shift work, jet lag, or chronic sleep deprivation, can have wide-ranging effects on health. Altered hormonal patterns can contribute to metabolic problems, immune dysfunction, mood disorders, reproductive issues, and accelerated aging. But when sleep occurs normally, this endocrine symphony plays perfectly, each hormone rising and falling at precisely the right time, in precisely the right amounts, coordinating the myriad processes that maintain your health and prepare you for another day. As you sleep tonight, your endocrine glands are working in concert, releasing hormones in carefully timed pulses, responding to signals from your brain, your sleep stages, and your circadian rhythm. Your pineal gland releases melatonin to maintain your sleep state. Your pituitary releases growth hormone to repair and maintain your tissues. Your adrenal glands keep cortisol low to allow deep sleep while preparing for the morning's demands. Your thyroid, your pancreas, your reproductive organs, all are coordinating their secretions in a dance choreographed over millions of years of evolution. You need do nothing but rest, and this ancient system will maintain itself, asking only for the gift of time in darkness and stillness. The architecture of cellular repair. Before we dive into the specific mechanisms, let's understand what we mean by cellular regeneration. Every cell in your body is a universe unto itself, containing thousands of different proteins, organelles with specialized functions, and a genetic library containing the instructions for everything you are. These cells face constant challenges. The environment within your body, while carefully regulated, still exposes cells to reactive molecules, temperature fluctuations, mechanical stress, and the simple entropy that comes with being a complex biological system. Cellular regeneration encompasses all the processes by which your cells repair damage, clear away debris, replace worn-out components, and restore optimal function. It's not just one process, but rather an interconnected network of mechanisms that all ramp up significantly during sleep. Scientists have discovered that sleep triggers specific genetic programs within cells. When you fall asleep, changes in hormone levels, neural activity, and body temperature serve as signals that propagate throughout your entire body, down to individual cells, telling them it's time to shift from daytime operations to nighttime maintenance mode. Research published in leading scientific journals has revealed that hundreds of genes show different activity patterns during sleep versus wakefulness. Some genes that promote cell division and growth become more active. Others that code for repair proteins increase their expression. Meanwhile, genes associated with stress responses and inflammation tend to quiet down, creating a cellular environment optimized for restoration rather than reaction. This isn't random. Evolution has fine-tuned these processes over millions of years, ensuring that our bodies use the natural cycle of day and night to maintain cellular health. Animals that sleep show these patterns. Even simple organisms with primitive nervous systems show circadian variations in cellular maintenance activities, suggesting that the connection between rest and cellular regeneration is fundamental to life itself. Mitochondrial repair and ATP production. Now, let's focus our attention on perhaps the most crucial organelles in your cells, the mitochondria. Often called the powerhouses of the cell, mitochondria are where the magic of energy production happens. These remarkable structures, which evolved from ancient bacteria that took up residence inside our ancestors' cells over 1 billion years ago, are responsible for producing ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, the universal energy currency of life. Every thought you think, every muscle contraction, every heartbeat, every breath requires ATP. Your body produces and uses an astounding amount of this molecule. In a single day, an average human body produces and consumes roughly its own body weight in ATP. A person weighing 70 kilograms will produce and recycle approximately 70 kilograms of ATP over 24 hours. That's not 70 kilograms of new matter, but rather the same ATP molecules being produced, used, and regenerated in a constant cycle. But this incredible productivity comes at a cost. The process of making ATP through cellular respiration generates reactive oxygen species, commonly known as free radicals. These are molecules with unpaired electrons, making them highly reactive and potentially damaging to cellular structures. It's a bit like a power plant that generates electricity but also produces pollution as a byproduct. The mitochondria themselves, being at ground zero of this energy production, suffer the most damage from these free radicals. Mitochondrial membranes can become damaged. Proteins within the mitochondria can become oxidized and dysfunctional. Even the mitochondria's own DNA, separate from the DNA in your cell's nucleus, can accumulate mutations and errors. During your waking hours, your cells do their best to manage this damage, but the constant demand for energy means the mitochondria are always running, always producing both ATP and those problematic free radicals. When you sleep, however, your energy demands drop significantly. Your brain still needs substantial energy to perform its nighttime functions, orchestrating the memory consolidation and cleaning processes that occur during sleep. But your muscles relax, your heart rate slows, your body temperature drops slightly, and overall, your cell's energy needs decrease. This reduced energy demand creates a window of opportunity for mitochondrial repair. With less pressure to constantly produce ATP at maximum capacity, the mitochondria can redirect resources toward fixing damage. Specialized proteins move through the mitochondria, identifying oxidized or damaged proteins and either repairing them or marking them for degradation. The mitochondrial membranes, which must maintain precise electrical gradients to produce ATP, get patched and restored. Your cells also ramp up production of antioxidant molecules during sleep. These antioxidants, including glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase, actively neutralize free radicals, mopping up these reactive molecules before they can cause further damage. It's like the cleanup crew coming through after hours, dealing with the accumulated mess from a busy day. Research has shown that the activity of antioxidant enzymes follows a circadian rhythm, with peaks occurring during sleep periods. Studies on both humans and laboratory animals have demonstrated that sleep deprivation leads to increased oxidative stress markers in cells and reduced antioxidant capacity. When subjects are allowed to recover sleep, these markers return to normal levels and mitochondrial function improves. But mitochondrial maintenance during sleep goes beyond just repair. Your cells also engage in a quality control process called mitochondrial dynamics, which involves the fusion and fission of these organelles. Throughout the day, mitochondria constantly change shape, sometimes fusing together into elongated networks, other times dividing into smaller individual organelles. During sleep, there's an increase in mitochondrial fusion, where separate mitochondria merge together. This fusion allows mitochondria to share contents, diluting damaged components with healthy ones. It's a bit like combining two partially depleted batteries to get better overall function. Mitochondria with damaged DNA can share genetic material with healthier mitochondria, allowing them to produce the proteins they need to function properly. Conversely, mitochondrial fission allows cells to segregate severely damaged mitochondria, isolating them for eventual removal through a process we'll discuss more in the autophagy section. This quality control is crucial because dysfunctional mitochondria don't just fail to produce adequate energy. They can actually harm the cell by producing excessive free radicals and triggering cell death pathways. The importance of this nighttime mitochondrial maintenance cannot be overstated. Mitochondrial dysfunction has been linked to a staggering array of health problems, including neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, metabolic disorders like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even aspects of aging itself. Many scientists now believe that the gradual accumulation of mitochondrial damage over a lifetime contributes significantly to the aging process. Studies on the relationship between sleep and mitochondrial health have revealed fascinating patterns. Chronic sleep restriction in animal models leads to measurable mitochondrial dysfunction, reduced ATP production, and increased markers of oxidative damage. Human studies have shown that even modest sleep deprivation affects metabolic markers associated with mitochondrial function. In one particularly interesting study, researchers examined muscle biopsies from healthy young adults before and after a period of sleep restriction. They found significant changes in the expression of genes involved in mitochondrial function and oxidative phosphorylation, the process by which mitochondria produce ATP. When the participants were allowed recovery sleep, many of these changes reversed, though some markers suggested that complete recovery required several nights of adequate sleep. The brain's mitochondria deserve special mention. Neurons are among the most energy-hungry cells in your body, with the human brain consuming roughly 20% of your body's total energy budget, despite representing only about 2% of body mass. Neuronal mitochondria work incredibly hard, and they're particularly vulnerable to damage. During sleep, especially during the deep, slow-wave sleep stages, brain energy demands decrease significantly, allowing neuronal mitochondria crucial time for repair and maintenance. Interestingly, different stages of sleep appear to serve different functions for mitochondrial health. Deep, slow-wave sleep seems particularly important for the restorative processes we've been discussing, while REM sleep, despite higher brain activity, may be important for other aspects of cellular maintenance and memory consolidation that indirectly support mitochondrial health by reducing cellular stress. Your body also engages in mitochondrial biogenesis during sleep, the process of creating new mitochondria. This doesn't happen every night for every cell, but sleep appears to be permissive for this process when cells need additional mitochondrial capacity. The signaling pathways that promote mitochondrial biogenesis, including one controlled by a protein called PGC1-alpha, show circadian variation and are influenced by sleep quality. Athletes and physically active individuals provide an interesting case study in mitochondrial dynamics and sleep. Exercise creates a demand for increased mitochondrial capacity in muscles, triggering signals that promote mitochondrial biogenesis. However, the actual construction of new mitochondria, the synthesis of all the proteins required, the assembly of the electron transport chain complexes, this intricate process occurs primarily during recovery periods, including sleep. Athletes who skimp on sleep may find that they're not getting the full adaptive benefits of their training because their cells lack adequate time for mitochondrial expansion and optimization. As you lie there, perhaps feeling your body relaxing, your breath slowing, consider that within each of your trillions of cells, hundreds or even thousands of mitochondria are undergoing this restorative process. Damaged proteins are being identified and repaired or removed. Membranes are being mended. Free radicals are being neutralized. The DNA within these ancient organelles is being checked and corrected. Your cellular power plants are being restored to optimal function, preparing to meet the energy demands of tomorrow. This mitochondrial restoration is one of the foundational processes that makes everything else possible. Without adequate ATP production, cells can't perform any of their functions effectively. Without healthy mitochondria, the other regenerative processes we'll discuss couldn't occur. In a very real sense, mitochondrial health is cellular health, and sleep is when your body ensures these crucial organelles remain capable of powering your life. Now we turn our attention to one of the most fascinating and important cellular processes that ramps up during sleep: autophagy. The word autophagy comes from Greek roots meaning self-eating, and while that might sound disturbing, it's actually one of your cell's most elegant and essential maintenance mechanisms. Imagine your cell as a city. Throughout the day, all sorts of waste accumulates. There are damaged proteins that have misfolded into dysfunctional shapes. There are worn-out organelles that no longer work properly. There are invading pathogens that need to be destroyed. There are protein aggregates, clumps of damaged molecules stuck together. If this waste were allowed to accumulate indefinitely, it would be like a city where garbage was never collected. Eventually, the buildup would make normal functioning impossible. Autophagy is your cell's garbage collection and recycling system. It's a process by which cells can engulf their own components, break them down into basic molecular building blocks, and then reuse those materials to build new, functional cellular structures. It's not just waste removal. It's sophisticated recycling that allows your cells to maintain themselves efficiently. The process begins when a double membrane structure called a phagophore forms in the cell's cytoplasm. This phagophore is like a garbage bag beginning to take shape. As it expands, it engulfs the targeted material, whether that's a cluster of damaged proteins, a worn-out organelle like a dysfunctional mitochondrion, or even an intracellular pathogen. Once the phagophore completely surrounds its cargo, the edges seal together, forming a closed vesicle called an autophagosome. This autophagosome then travels through the cell until it encounters a lysosome, an organelle filled with powerful digestive enzymes. The autophagosome and lysosome fuse together, and the lysosomal enzymes get to work, breaking down the contents of the autophagosome into their constituent parts. Amino acids from proteins, fatty acids from lipids, sugars from carbohydrates. These basic building blocks are then released back into the cell's cytoplasm, where they can be used to synthesize new proteins, construct new membranes, or be metabolized for energy. This might seem like a mundane housekeeping function, but autophagy is critically important for health. The Japanese cell biologist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016 for his discoveries of the mechanisms underlying autophagy, work that revealed just how central this process is to cellular health and disease. Autophagy operates at some level all the time, but its activity increases dramatically during certain conditions, particularly during sleep and fasting. During sleep, multiple factors converge to promote autophagy throughout your body's cells. First, there are hormonal changes. When you sleep, your body undergoes a shift in the balance of various hormones. levels of growth hormone increase, particularly during deep sleep. While growth hormone has many functions, including promoting tissue repair and protein synthesis, it also influences autophagy in complex ways. Insulin levels drop during sleep, especially during the later hours of the night if you haven't eaten close to bedtime. Lower insulin levels are one of the triggers that tells cells to ramp up autophagy. The signaling molecule mTOR, which stands for mechanistic target of rapamycin, plays a crucial role in regulating autophagy. When mTOR is highly active, it suppresses autophagy, essentially telling the cell that conditions are good, nutrients are abundant, and it should focus on building and growing rather than breaking things down. During sleep, particularly in combination with the fasting state that naturally occurs when you're not eating overnight, mTOR activity decreases, lifting the brake on autophagy and allowing it to proceed at higher rates. Another key regulator is AMPK, or AMP-activated protein kinase, an enzyme that acts as a cellular energy sensor. When cellular energy levels drop, AMPK becomes activated and promotes autophagy, among other energy-producing processes. During sleep, the pattern of AMPK activity varies depending on the sleep stage and the cell type, but overall, sleep creates conditions favorable for autophagy. The circadian clock itself, that internal timekeeper that regulates the sleep-wake cycle, directly influences autophagy. Many of the genes involved in the autophagic process show circadian rhythms in their expression, meaning they're naturally more active at certain times of day. Research has shown that these rhythms peak during the sleep period for many cell types, ensuring that this crucial cleanup process happens when the cell is under less metabolic stress from the demands of active, waking function. Different tissues and organs show different patterns of autophagy during sleep. In the brain, autophagy is particularly important. Neurons are highly specialized cells that generally don't divide or replace themselves, meaning they need to last your entire lifetime. For a cell that might need to function for 80 or 90 years or more, effective waste management is absolutely critical. During sleep, neuronal autophagy increases, helping to clear out accumulated proteins, including ones that, if allowed to build up, could form the toxic aggregates associated with neurodegenerative diseases. Proteins like beta amyloid and tau, which accumulate in Alzheimer's disease, and alpha-synuclein, which aggregates in Parkinson's disease, are among the materials that autophagy helps clear from brain cells. There's fascinating research suggesting that chronic sleep deprivation might contribute to neurodegenerative disease risk partly through impaired autophagy. When autophagy can't function optimally night after night, protein aggregates begin to accumulate. Over years and decades, this accumulation might contribute to the development of neurodegenerative conditions. While this is still an active area of research, the correlational data is striking. People with chronic sleep problems have higher rates of dementia later in life, and impaired autophagy is one of several mechanisms that might explain this connection. In the liver, autophagy during sleep plays a crucial role in metabolic health. The liver is your body's chemical processing plant, breaking down toxins, metabolizing drugs, regulating blood sugar, and producing proteins for blood clotting and other functions. These processes generate damaged proteins and other cellular debris. During sleep, hepatic autophagy increases, helping liver cells maintain their function. Studies in mice have shown that disrupting autophagy in liver cells leads to the accumulation of damaged mitochondria and other organelles, contributing to metabolic dysfunction. Muscle cells also rely on autophagy to maintain health, particularly to remove damaged mitochondria and to manage the turnover of contractile proteins. During sleep, especially during the deep sleep stages when growth hormone levels peak, muscle cells engage in both building processes, synthesizing new proteins, and cleanup processes through autophagy. This balance is what allows muscles to maintain their function and respond to the stresses placed on them during exercise. Your immune cells use autophagy in a particularly interesting way. Beyond its role in general cellular maintenance, autophagy is a key defense mechanism against intracellular pathogens. When a virus or bacterium manages to get inside a cell, autophagy can recognize the invader, engulf it in an autophagosome, and deliver it to the lysosome for destruction. This process, sometimes called xenophagy, is like the cell's internal immune system. Sleep is crucial for immune function, and autophagy is one of the mechanisms underlying this connection. During sleep, immune cells enhance their autophagic activity, improving their ability to deal with pathogens and cellular stress. This is part of why getting adequate sleep helps your body fight off infections and why sleep deprivation makes you more susceptible to getting sick. The relationship between sleep and autophagy is bidirectional. Not only does sleep promote autophagy, but autophagy appears to be necessary for some of the restorative effects of sleep. Research on fruit flies and mice has shown that when autophagy is experimentally impaired, the animals show characteristics similar to sleep deprivation even when they're sleeping normally. They accumulate cellular damage, show cognitive impairment, and have shortened lifespans. This suggests that autophagy is one of the crucial mechanisms through which sleep exerts its restorative effects. Aging affects autophagy. As we get older, autophagic activity tends to decline. This is thought to be one of the mechanisms of aging itself. As cells become less efficient at clearing away damaged components, damage accumulates, cellular function declines, and age-related diseases become more likely. Interestingly, many interventions that extend lifespan in laboratory animals, including caloric restriction and certain drugs, appear to work at least partly by enhancing autophagy. This has led to significant interest in ways to boost autophagy to promote health and potentially slow aging. Beyond adequate sleep, intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating have gained attention partly because they promote autophagy. When you extend the overnight fasting period by, say, not eating after dinner and not having breakfast until mid-morning, you create a longer window during which insulin levels remain low and autophagy can proceed unimpeded. Exercise also promotes autophagy, particularly in muscles but also systemically. The cellular stress of exercise triggers autophagic processes that help clear damaged components and adapt to the exercise stimulus. There's evidence that combining regular exercise with good sleep habits creates synergistic benefits for autophagy and overall cellular health. As you rest, microscopic garbage bags are forming throughout your cells, wrapping around damaged proteins, worn-out mitochondria, and cellular debris. These autophagosomes are shuttling their cargo to lysosomes, where powerful enzymes break everything down into reusable parts. Your cells are conducting a thorough nighttime cleaning, removing the accumulated damage and dysfunction of the day, resetting themselves for optimal function tomorrow. This process is happening in every organ, in every tissue. Your brain cells are clearing out proteins that, if left to accumulate, could interfere with neural function. Your liver cells are processing the cellular equivalent of industrial waste. Your muscle cells are removing damaged contractile proteins and dysfunctional mitochondria. Your immune cells are enhancing their pathogen-fighting capabilities. The beauty of autophagy is its precision and efficiency. This isn't indiscriminate destruction. Cells have sophisticated mechanisms to target specifically what needs to be removed while preserving what's still functional. Certain proteins act as tags, marking damaged or unnecessary components for autophagic degradation. Other proteins recognize these tags and help guide the formation of autophagosomes around the marked material. Research continues to reveal new layers of complexity in autophagy. Scientists have discovered that there are actually several types of autophagy, each specialized for different purposes. Macroautophagy is the process I've been describing, where a phagophore engulfs cargo into an autophagosome. Microautophagy involves the lysosome directly engulfing small bits of cytoplasm. Chaperone-mediated autophagy uses specialized proteins to identify and directly shuttle specific proteins into lysosomes. Each type serves particular functions, and all appear to be influenced by sleep and circadian rhythms. The coordination of these different autophagic processes during sleep represents an elegant solution to the problem of cellular maintenance. By concentrating intensive cleanup during the sleep period, your cells can dedicate their waking hours to their specialized functions without being overwhelmed by waste management demands. The implications of this research extend into practical health advice. Getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night isn't just about feeling rested. It's giving your cells adequate time to complete these essential cleanup processes. Chronic short sleep means chronic underperformance of autophagy, potentially allowing cellular damage to accumulate over time. The timing of eating relative to sleep also matters. Eating right before bed raises insulin levels and activates mTOR, both of which suppress autophagy. Allowing several hours between your last meal and bedtime enhances the cellular cleanup that occurs during sleep. This is one reason why the old advice not to eat late at night has scientific merit beyond just avoiding indigestion or unwanted weight gain. Let's shift our focus now to perhaps the most critical maintenance task your cells perform during sleep: repairing DNA. The DNA in each of your cells is the instruction manual for everything you are, every protein your body makes, every cellular function. It's written in a 4-letter chemical alphabet with 3 billion letters in the human genome. This molecular library contains the accumulated wisdom of billions of years of evolution, the specific sequence variations that make you uniquely you. But DNA is not a static, unchanging archive. It's a dynamic molecule that's constantly being read, copied, and inevitably damaged. Every single day, every single cell in your body experiences thousands or even tens of thousands of DNA lesions, tiny pieces of damage to the genetic material. These lesions come from multiple sources. External factors include ultraviolet radiation from sunlight, which can cause thymine dimers, abnormal linkages between adjacent DNA bases, environmental toxins, certain chemicals in food or air can create DNA adducts, where the foreign molecule attaches to the DNA. Even the water molecules inside your cells can spontaneously react with DNA in a process called hydrolysis, causing damage. Internal factors are even more significant. Remember those free radicals produced by mitochondria during energy production? They don't just damage mitochondria. They can also attack DNA, causing oxidative lesions. The process of DNA replication, which must occur before each cell division, occasionally introduces errors. Sometimes the wrong DNA base gets incorporated. The enzymes that read DNA to produce RNA and proteins can sometimes cause damage as they work. Then there's simple thermal motion. At body temperature, the chemical bonds in DNA are constantly jiggling around, and occasionally, a base can spontaneously fall off the DNA backbone, leaving a gap. This depurination, where purine bases like adenine and guanine are lost, happens thousands of times per cell per day. If all this damage were left unrepaired, the consequences would be catastrophic. Errors in DNA can lead to mutations. If these mutations occur in genes that control cell division, they can lead to cancer. If they occur in other genes, they can cause cells to malfunction or die. Accumulated DNA damage is one of the hallmarks of aging. Fortunately, your cells have sophisticated DNA repair mechanisms, entire systems of proteins dedicated to detecting and fixing different types of DNA damage. There are multiple repair pathways, each specialized for different kinds of lesions. Base excision repair fixes small lesions like oxidized bases or missing bases. The damaged base is recognized by a specific enzyme that cuts it out, and then other enzymes fill in the gap with the correct base using the undamaged complementary strand as a template. Nucleotide excision repair handles bulkier lesions like thymine dimers caused by UV light. This system cuts out a stretch of DNA containing the damage and then fills in the gap using the other strand as a guide. Mismatch repair corrects errors that occur during DNA replication when the wrong base is incorporated. This system recognizes the mismatched bases and replaces the incorrect one. For the most serious damage, double-strand breaks where both strands of the DNA helix are severed, cells have two main repair strategies. Homologous recombination uses a sister DNA molecule as a template to precisely repair the break. Non-homologous end joining simply ligates the broken ends back together, which is faster but can introduce errors. All of these repair systems operate continuously, but research has revealed that DNA repair activity increases significantly during sleep. Multiple studies across different organisms have found that markers of DNA damage accumulate during waking hours and decrease during sleep, suggesting enhanced repair during rest periods. The mechanisms linking sleep to DNA repair are being actively studied, but several factors appear to be involved. First, reduced metabolic activity during sleep means less production of reactive oxygen species, so there's simply less ongoing damage occurring while repair processes are working. It's easier to fix a leak in a pipe when the water pressure is reduced. Second, sleep is associated with changes in the activity of DNA repair genes. Studies examining gene expression across the sleep-wake cycle have found that genes encoding DNA repair proteins show circadian rhythms, with many peaking in expression during sleep periods. This means more repair proteins are being made available precisely when they're needed most. Third, the cellular energy available for repair is greater when other energy-demanding processes are reduced. DNA repair requires ATP to power the enzymes that cut DNA, fill in gaps, and ligate strands back together. During sleep, with reduced demands for muscle contraction, sensory processing, and other waking activities, more cellular energy can be devoted to maintenance functions like DNA repair. In the brain, the relationship between sleep and DNA repair is particularly fascinating. Neurons face unique challenges when it comes to DNA damage. They're metabolically very active, producing lots of free radicals. They live a long time, so damage can accumulate over decades. And most neurons don't divide. so they can't simply be replaced if they become too damaged. Research has shown that neuronal DNA accumulates damage during waking hours, particularly oxidative damage from the intense metabolic activity required for neural signaling. During sleep, especially deep sleep, this damage is repaired. Studies in mice have found that markers of DNA double-strand breaks increase in neurons during waking and decrease during sleep. There's even evidence that the same genes responsible for circadian rhythms are involved in DNA repair. The clock genes that keep your body's internal time also regulate the expression of DNA repair genes. Disrupting circadian rhythms through shift work or chronic jet lag has been associated with increased DNA damage and higher cancer risk, possibly because it interferes with these coordinated repair processes. Interestingly, different sleep stages may serve different functions for DNA repair. Deep, slow-wave sleep, characterized by slow, synchronized brain waves, appears to be particularly important for restorative processes including DNA repair. During this stage, neuronal activity is lower, energy demands are reduced, and the brain can focus on maintenance. REM sleep, with its bursts of activity and vivid dreams, might seem less conducive to repair, but it serves other crucial functions for brain health that may indirectly support DNA integrity. The memory consolidation that occurs during REM sleep, for instance, might reduce the need for excessive neural activity during subsequent waking periods, thereby reducing the oxidative stress that leads to DNA damage. The consequences of inadequate DNA repair are profound. In the short term, accumulated DNA damage can lead to cellular dysfunction, inflammation, and cell death. In the long term, it contributes to aging and increases disease risk. The relationship between chronic sleep deprivation and cancer risk, while multifactorial, appears to be partly mediated through impaired DNA repair. When cells can't adequately repair DNA damage, mutations accumulate, and some of these mutations may affect genes that normally prevent uncontrolled cell growth. Neurodegenerative diseases also show links to DNA damage. In conditions like Alzheimer's disease, researchers have found evidence of accumulated DNA damage in neurons, possibly contributing to the neuronal dysfunction and death that characterize the disease. While it's not yet clear whether impaired DNA repair is a cause or consequence of these conditions, the correlations between sleep problems and neurodegenerative disease risk suggest that inadequate sleep-dependent DNA repair might be part of the causal chain. There's also fascinating research on DNA repair and aging. As organisms age, DNA repair capacity tends to decline. Cells become less efficient at fixing damage, and this contributes to the accumulation of mutations and cellular dysfunction that characterize aging. Some of the longest-lived species show enhanced DNA repair capacity. Naked mole rats, which can live over 30 years despite being roughly the size of a mouse, show remarkably robust DNA repair systems. Interventions that extend lifespan in laboratory animals often enhance DNA repair. Caloric restriction, which extends lifespan in everything from yeast to primates, upregulates DNA repair genes. Certain drugs that extend lifespan in animal models also boost DNA repair capacity. This has led to interest in whether enhancing sleep quality might help maintain DNA repair capacity as we age. While we can't stop aging, optimizing the processes that maintain cellular health, including DNA repair, might help us age more healthily. As you lie there, preparing for sleep or already drifting through its early stages, consider what's happening to your DNA. Throughout your body, in every cell, specialized proteins are scanning the double helix, searching for damage. When they find a lesion, a carefully orchestrated response begins. Enzymes cut out the damaged section. Other enzymes fill in the gap with the correct sequence. Still others seal the backbone of the DNA strand, restoring it to its intact state. In your brain cells, decades of accumulated genetic wisdom are being preserved and protected. The DNA that codes for the proteins that allow you to think, remember, and experience consciousness is being maintained. The repair isn't perfect, no biological process is, but it's remarkably effective, allowing your cells to maintain genetic integrity despite constant assault. This nightly restoration of your genetic material is fundamental to health. Every time you skimp on sleep, you're not giving your cells adequate time for this crucial maintenance. You're allowing DNA damage to accumulate a bit more than it would with proper rest. Over time, those small deficits can add up. The sophistication of DNA repair during sleep reflects the importance of genetic integrity. Your DNA is not just a passive library of information. It's the active director of every cellular process. Maintaining its accuracy is literally maintaining the instructions for life itself. Sleep provides the protected time period when your cells can focus on this fundamental maintenance, ensuring that the genetic code remains as accurate as possible, ready to direct cellular activities through another day. Finally, let's explore one of the most remarkable aspects of your body's nighttime regeneration: the activity of stem cells. Stem cells are the master cells in your body, cells with the potential to develop into many different cell types. They're your body's repair and replacement system, capable of generating new cells to replace those that are damaged, worn out, or lost. You might think of stem cells as mainly important during development, when a single fertilized egg grows into a complete human being with trillions of specialized cells. But stem cells remain active throughout your life, constantly working to maintain and repair your tissues. There are different types of stem cells in your body. Embryonic stem cells, which can develop into any cell type, are only present during early development. In adults, you have various types of adult stem cells, also called somatic stem cells or tissue-specific stem cells. These are more limited in their potential than embryonic stem cells, but they're still remarkably important for tissue maintenance. Hematopoietic stem cells in your bone marrow produce all the different types of blood cells. Red blood cells that carry oxygen, white blood cells of various types that fight infection, platelets that help blood clot. Your blood cells have relatively short lifespans. Red blood cells live about 120 days. Many white blood cells only days or weeks, so you're constantly producing new ones from stem cells. Intestinal stem cells in your gut lining produce new cells to replace the intestinal lining, which completely turns over every few days due to the harsh conditions in the digestive tract. Skin stem cells produce new skin cells to replace those lost to shedding and damage. Muscle satellite cells can produce new muscle cells to repair damaged muscle tissue. Neural stem cells in certain parts of the brain can produce new neurons throughout life, though this neurogenesis is limited to specific brain regions. Research has revealed that stem cell activity is not constant throughout the day, but rather follows circadian rhythms, with peaks of activity often occurring during sleep periods. This circadian regulation of stem cells makes biological sense. Regenerating tissues requires energy and resources, and coordinating this regeneration during rest periods allows for more efficient resource allocation. In the bone marrow, hematopoietic stem cells show circadian variation in their activity and migration. During sleep, These stem cells are actively dividing and differentiating into the various blood cell types. Your body produces roughly 200 billion red blood cells every single day, along with countless white blood cells and platelets. This staggering production requires your hematopoietic stem cells to be incredibly active, and research has shown that their peak activity occurs during rest periods. The mechanisms behind this circadian regulation are complex and elegant. Stem cells possess their own circadian clocks, molecular machinery similar to the clock in your brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus that keeps your overall sleep-wake cycle running. These cellular clocks respond to signals from the master clock but also have some autonomy, allowing them to coordinate their activities with local tissue needs. The circadian clock within stem cells influences their self-renewal, the process by which a stem cell divides to produce both a new stem cell and a cell that will differentiate. This balance is crucial. If stem cells differentiate too quickly, the stem cell pool becomes depleted. If they don't differentiate enough, tissue renewal slows. The circadian clock helps maintain this delicate balance by timing cell divisions and differentiation events to occur when conditions are optimal. In the bone marrow, the release of hematopoietic stem cells and progenitor cells into the bloodstream follows a circadian rhythm. During the active phase, when you're awake and moving around, stem cells tend to stay in their protective niches in the bone marrow. During sleep, they're released into circulation, traveling to sites where they're needed for repair and renewal. This rhythmic release is controlled by several factors that peak during sleep. The hormone melatonin, which rises during darkness and promotes sleep, also influences stem cell behavior. Melatonin has been shown to enhance stem cell survival and function, partly through its antioxidant properties and partly through direct effects on stem cell gene expression. Growth hormone, which surges during deep sleep, particularly during the first few sleep cycles of the night, plays a crucial role in tissue repair and regeneration, partly by influencing stem cell activity. Growth hormone promotes the production of insulin-like growth factor 1, which stimulates stem cell proliferation and differentiation in various tissues. The sympathetic nervous system, which drives the fight-or-flight response during waking hours, quiets down during sleep. This reduction in sympathetic activity affects stem cells in several ways. Stress hormones like cortisol, while necessary for waking function, can suppress stem cell activity if chronically elevated. During sleep, as cortisol levels drop to their daily nadir, stem cells are released from this suppression, allowing them to function more effectively. In your intestinal lining, intestinal stem cells are constantly producing new cells to replace those lost to the harsh conditions of digestion. The intestinal epithelium completely turns over every few days, one of the fastest renewal rates in your body. This massive cellular production is timed by the circadian clock, with stem cell divisions peaking during the normal sleep period in nocturnal animals and during the inactive daytime period in diurnal animals like humans. Research on mice has shown that disrupting circadian rhythms through shift work-like schedules or genetic manipulation of clock genes impairs intestinal stem cell function. These animals show reduced regenerative capacity, slower healing of intestinal injuries, and increased susceptibility to intestinal diseases. When normal rhythms are restored, stem cell function improves, demonstrating the importance of regular sleep-wake cycles for maintaining the stem cell pool. Your skin provides another fascinating example of stem cell circadian regulation. Epidermal stem cells in the basal layer of your skin produce new skin cells that migrate upward, eventually becoming the dead cells that form your skin's protective outer layer. This constant renewal ensures that your skin can repair damage from cuts, abrasions, sun exposure, and the simple wear and tear of daily life. Epidermal stem cell activity shows robust circadian rhythms. DNA replication in these cells peaks during the sleep period, suggesting that cell division is timed to occur when energy and resources are most available. Clock genes in skin stem cells influence their proliferation rate, their differentiation into mature skin cells, and even their response to damage. Interestingly, research has found that wounds heal faster when they occur at certain times of day. Studies in mice have shown that injuries sustained during the active period, when cellular activity is naturally lower, heal more slowly than injuries that occur during the rest period. This has potential implications for the timing of surgeries and wound care, suggesting that aligning procedures with circadian rhythms might improve outcomes. Hair follicles provide a particularly visible example of stem cell circadian regulation. Each hair follicle goes through cycles of growth, regression, and rest, and these cycles are influenced by both circadian rhythms and longer biological cycles. Hair follicle stem cells, located in a region called the bulge, are activated periodically to produce new hair. The timing of this activation is influenced by circadian clock genes, and disruptions to sleep and circadian rhythms have been linked to hair loss and premature aging of hair follicles. In skeletal muscle, satellite cells serve as muscle stem cells. These cells normally remain quiescent, inactive, sitting alongside muscle fibers. When muscle is damaged, whether through injury or intense exercise, satellite cells become activated, proliferate, and fuse to repair or grow muscle tissue. Recent research has revealed that the efficiency of this muscle repair process depends on the time of day when the injury occurs. The circadian clock in satellite cells influences their metabolism, particularly their production of a molecule called NAD, which is crucial for cellular energy metabolism. During certain times of day when NAD levels are high, satellite cells are better able to respond to injury signals. They produce more chemokines, signaling molecules that attract immune cells to the injury site. The interaction between satellite cells and these immune cells is crucial for effective muscle repair, and this entire process is choreographed by the circadian clock. Studies have shown that disrupting the circadian clock, specifically in muscle stem cells, impairs muscle regeneration. Mice with clock-deficient satellite cells show delayed healing after muscle injury, reduced muscle strength, and signs of premature muscle aging. This has important implications for understanding age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, which is a major cause of frailty in older adults and is associated with disrupted sleep and circadian rhythms. Neural stem cells, found in specific regions of the brain, represent perhaps the most intriguing case of circadian regulation. For most of the 20th century, scientists believed that neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons, ceased after early development. We now know this isn't true. Two regions of the adult brain continue to produce new neurons throughout life. The hippocampus, crucial for learning and memory, and the olfactory bulb, involved in smell processing. Neural stem cells in these regions show circadian rhythms in their proliferation and differentiation. The neurogenic niche, the specialized environment that supports neural stem cells, has its own circadian rhythms in factors that promote or inhibit stem cell activity. Sleep appears to be particularly important for maintaining the neural stem cell pool. Studies in mice have shown that chronic sleep deprivation leads to reduced neurogenesis in the hippocampus. Fewer new neurons are born, and those that are born have reduced survival rates. This could contribute to the cognitive impairments seen with chronic sleep loss. Interestingly, some of the beneficial effects of exercise on brain function appear to be mediated through enhanced neurogenesis, and this effect is strongest when exercise is combined with adequate sleep. The mechanism involves multiple factors. During sleep, growth hormone and brain-derived neurotrophic factor levels increase in the brain, both promoting neural stem cell activity. Reduced stress hormone levels during sleep also benefit neural stem cells, as chronic stress is known to suppress neurogenesis. The cleanup processes occurring during sleep, including the clearance of metabolic waste products and damaged proteins, help maintain a healthy environment for neural stem cells. The circadian clock genes themselves are directly involved in controlling stem cell fate decisions. BMAL1 and clock, the core circadian transcription factors, don't just regulate circadian rhythms. They also bind to the regulatory regions of genes involved in stem cell self-renewal and differentiation. This means the circadian clock directly controls whether a stem cell remains a stem cell or differentiates into a specialized cell type. This has profound implications. It suggests that the timing of therapeutic interventions involving stem cells, whether it's the harvesting of stem cells for transplantation or the administration of stem cell-based therapies, could significantly affect their efficacy. Some researchers are exploring whether timing stem cell transplants to align with circadian rhythms could improve outcomes. There's also emerging evidence that stem cells and their products, particularly the extracellular vesicles they release, show circadian variations in their properties. These vesicles carry proteins, RNA, and other molecules that can influence nearby cells. If the content of these vesicles changes throughout the day, this could have significant implications for understanding how stem cells communicate with their environment and how they influence tissue repair. The relationship between sleep and stem cells is bidirectional. Just as sleep influences stem cell activity, stem cell function appears to influence sleep. Research on stem cell transplantation in humans has found that recipients sometimes experience sleep disturbances, particularly in the early period after transplantation. This could be due to the inflammatory processes involved in establishing the transplanted cells, but it also suggests that stem cells themselves might produce signals that affect sleep regulatory systems. As you lie there in the darkness, consider that throughout your body, in your bone marrow and intestines, in your skin and muscles, in the limited but precious neurogenic zones of your brain, stem cells are engaging in their renewal processes. They're dividing to maintain their populations while also producing the differentiated cells your body needs for ongoing maintenance and repair. They're responding to signals that tell them where they're needed most, whether that's repairing a healing wound, replacing worn-out blood cells, or contributing to the slow but steady renewal of your tissues. The circadian coordination of this stem cell activity represents an elegant solution to complex biological challenges. By concentrating stem cell activity during sleep, when metabolic demands from other systems are reduced, your body ensures that adequate energy and resources are available for tissue regeneration. The hormonal environment during sleep, with high growth hormone, low cortisol, and elevated melatonin, creates optimal conditions for stem cells to function. Chronic sleep disruption threatens this carefully orchestrated process. Shift workers, who must frequently override their natural circadian rhythms, show signs of impaired tissue repair and regeneration. They have higher rates of cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, and some cancers, conditions that may partly reflect impaired stem cell function due to chronic circadian disruption. Even more modest chronic sleep restriction, the pattern many modern humans fall into where they regularly get 6 hours of sleep when they need 7 or 8, can affect stem cell function over time. The effects are subtle at first but may accumulate, contributing to accelerated aging and increased disease susceptibility. The good news is that stem cell function can improve with better sleep. Studies show that when people with chronic insufficient sleep extend their sleep duration, markers of tissue repair and regeneration improve. The body has remarkable recuperative abilities when given the opportunity to exercise them. Understanding the connection between sleep and stem cells also offers potential therapeutic avenues. Researchers are exploring whether manipulating circadian rhythms through light exposure, melatonin supplementation, or other chronotherapeutic approaches could enhance stem cell-based therapies or improve the body's natural regenerative capacities. As medical science develops more sophisticated stem cell therapies for conditions ranging from heart disease to neurodegenerative disorders, the timing of these interventions relative to circadian rhythms may become an important consideration. Delivering stem cells or factors that promote stem cell activity at the optimal time of day could significantly enhance therapeutic outcomes. The study of stem cells and sleep also intersects with the science of aging. As we age, both stem cell function and sleep quality tend to decline. These declines are probably related. Age-related changes in stem cells may partly reflect decades of inadequate sleep and circadian disruption. Conversely, age-related changes in circadian systems may contribute to declining stem cell function. Interventions that maintain healthy circadian rhythms throughout life, primarily through consistent sleep schedules and appropriate light exposure, may help preserve stem cell function and slow aspects of aging. While we can't stop aging, optimizing the processes that maintain our tissues may allow us to age more healthily, maintaining function and vitality longer. As your mind drifts towards sleep, or if you're already immersed in its restorative depths, take a moment to appreciate the extraordinary transformation occurring within you. What we've explored tonight is nothing less than a biological symphony, a coordinated performance involving trillions of cells throughout your body, all working to maintain, repair, and renew the complex system that is you. We began by considering the mitochondria, those ancient bacterial descendants that now power every cell in your body. During sleep, these cellular power plants undergo crucial maintenance. Oxidative damage accumulated during waking hours is repaired. Dysfunctional mitochondria are either fixed or removed. The delicate balance between energy production and free radical generation is restored. When sleep is adequate, your mitochondria emerge ready to meet the energetic demands of another day, producing the ATP that makes everything else possible. Then we explored autophagy, that elegant cellular recycling system. Every night, in every cell, molecular garbage bags form and gather the accumulated debris of daily life. Damaged proteins, worn-out organelles, cellular junk that would gum up the works if left to accumulate. These autophagosomes fuse with lysosomes, powerful digestive enzymes break everything down, and the component parts are released back into the cell to be reused. It's maintenance, recycling, and renewal all rolled into one. And sleep is when this process reaches peak efficiency. We delved into the critical process of DNA repair. Your genetic material, that 3 billion letter instruction manual that makes you uniquely you, faces constant assault from free radicals, environmental toxins, and the simple chemistry of being alive. During sleep, enhanced DNA repair processes work to maintain the integrity of your genome, fixing thousands of lesions, ensuring that the instructions for cellular life remain as accurate as possible. This nightly genome maintenance may be one of the most fundamental reasons sleep evolved in the first place, a way to protect the information that defines every organism. Finally, we examine stem cells, those master cells that maintain your body's capacity for renewal and repair. Throughout your tissues, stem cells respond to circadian signals, with their activity peaking during sleep. They divide to maintain their populations, differentiate to replace worn-out cells, migrate to sites of injury, all in a coordinated dance timed by the circadian clock and optimized by the physiological conditions of sleep. These processes, mitochondrial maintenance, autophagy, DNA repair, and stem cell activity, they're not isolated phenomena. They're deeply interconnected, each supporting and enabling the others. Healthy mitochondria provide the energy for autophagy and DNA repair. Autophagy removes damaged mitochondria and creates the molecular building blocks needed for DNA repair and stem cell proliferation. DNA repair maintains the genetic instructions for all cellular processes, including mitochondrial function and autophagy. Stem cells require all these processes to function effectively, and they in turn ensure your tissues retain their regenerative capacity. Sleep is the protected time period when all these maintenance processes can occur at peak efficiency. The reduced metabolic demands, the favorable hormonal environment, the decreased oxidative stress, all create conditions where your cells can focus on maintenance rather than performance, on repair rather than action, on renewal rather than expenditure. The implications of this understanding are profound. Every time you choose to stay up late scrolling through your phone, every time you sacrifice sleep for work or entertainment, every time you disrupt your sleep with irregular schedules or poor sleep habits, you're not just making yourself tired. You're interrupting these fundamental maintenance processes. You're giving your mitochondria less time to repair themselves. You're reducing the window for autophagy to clear cellular debris. You're shortening the period available for DNA repair. You're impairing stem cell function and tissue regeneration. Over time, night after night of inadequate or disrupted sleep, the effects accumulate. Cellular damage builds up. Mitochondrial function gradually declines. Protein aggregates start to accumulate in brain cells. DNA mutations become more common. Stem cells become less capable of maintaining tissue integrity. These changes happen slowly, imperceptibly at first, but they compound over months and years and decades. This is part of why chronic sleep deprivation is linked to so many health problems. The connections between sleep loss and obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, neurodegenerative conditions, cancer, these aren't coincidences or indirect associations. They reflect the fundamental importance of sleep for cellular maintenance. When cellular maintenance is chronically impaired, disease becomes more likely. But here's the hopeful message. Your body wants to heal itself. Given the opportunity, given adequate sleep under appropriate conditions, your cells will engage in these remarkable restorative processes. You don't have to consciously direct your mitochondria to repair themselves or command your cells to initiate autophagy. These processes are built into the fundamental architecture of life, refined over billions of years of evolution. You simply need to create the conditions that allow them to occur. This means prioritizing sleep. Not as a luxury, not as something you'll get to when everything else is done, but as a fundamental pillar of health, as important as nutrition and exercise. It means maintaining consistent sleep and wake times, allowing your circadian clock to function optimally. It means creating a sleep environment conducive to rest. Dark, quiet, cool. It means avoiding things that interfere with sleep quality. Excessive alcohol, late caffeine, bright light exposure before bed, stressful activities right before sleep. It means recognizing that the 7 to 9 hours of sleep recommended for adults aren't arbitrary numbers pulled from thin air. They reflect the time your body needs to complete these essential maintenance processes. Some people need closer to 7 hours, others closer to 9, and the requirement changes across the lifespan, but the fundamental principle remains. Your cells need adequate time each night to maintain themselves. For those of you listening to this who struggle with sleep, whether due to insomnia, sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or other sleep disorders, seeking proper evaluation and treatment isn't vanity or weakness. It's recognizing that sleep disorders don't just make you tired. They impair these fundamental cellular maintenance processes. Treating sleep disorders is treating your health at the most basic cellular level. The science of sleep and cellular regeneration is still developing. Researchers continue to uncover new connections, new mechanisms, new ways that sleep supports cellular health. The glymphatic system, which clears waste from the brain during sleep. The role of sleep in immune function, in metabolic health, in gene expression. Each new discovery reinforces the central importance of sleep for health and longevity. As you drift off tonight or continue in your sleep, your body is already engaged in this work. Your mitochondria are being restored. Your cells are clearing away accumulated damage. Your DNA is being repaired. Your stem cells are maintaining your capacity for renewal. This isn't poetry or metaphor. This is cellular and molecular reality, the biological foundation of your existence being maintained and renewed. Sleep isn't time lost from living. It's what makes living possible. It's the foundation of health, the basis of cognitive function, the wellspring of emotional resilience. It's when your body performs the maintenance that allows you to wake up restored, ready to engage with the world, ready to learn and grow and experience all that life offers. So as we conclude this journey through your body's nighttime regeneration, let me encourage you to honor your sleep, protect it, prioritize it. Understand that by doing so, you're not being lazy or unproductive. You're allowing your body to engage in the most fundamental form of self-care, the cellular maintenance that supports everything else you do. If you found this exploration fascinating, if you learned something about the incredible processes occurring inside you right now, consider supporting this channel. Hit that like button, let the algorithm know that thoughtful, detailed science content has value. Subscribe to Deep Science Sleep for more deep dives into the science that shapes our lives. Share this video with someone who might benefit from understanding why sleep is so crucial. The more we understand about sleep, the better equipped we are to make choices that support our health. The more we appreciate the incredible complexity and elegance of our body's regenerative processes, the more motivated we become to provide our cells with what they need to function optimally. Sweet dreams, restful sleep, and may your cells engage fully in their nightly renewal. Your mitochondria are being restored. Your cellular debris is being cleared. Your DNA is being repaired. Your stem cells are maintaining your tissues. The biological machinery of regeneration is at work, ensuring that tomorrow you wake up renewed. Thank you for joining me on this journey into deep science sleep.